Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about how you can start making money with zero costs involved using YouTube. So a lot of people, they have these myths or misconceptions about making money, like you need money to make money. If it was only that simple and that linear, then the person who had the most money would just make more, but that's not how the world works. People spend or invest hundreds of millions of dollars in films, and the films flop and they make not much money. And then there's other films, apparently there's a few that were made with just a smartphone that made a ton of awards, they got a ton of recognition, and they beat out a lot of films that invested hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, I'm sure you know a ton of films that flopped that had tons of money to spend on them. So that's just one example of how there's so much more involved, strategy, intelligence, than just pure money. So again, let's stick with the point I'm trying to prove, which is that you can make more money with very little to no money. In this case, we're going to be using an example of zero money. Absolutely no money, you can make money. And in this case, we're going to be using YouTube. So how do you do it? What exactly do you do? Nowadays, all you need is a smartphone, and from there you can record videos on YouTube and put it up and make money. And there's plenty of people who have done just this, and they have translated that into an empire. Jenna Marbles, I mean, all her videos were done just using her MacBook, just using her webcam on her MacBook. Now, your first initial reaction might be, well, it costs money to have a smartphone or MacBook Pro. First off, if you're watching this video already, I'm guessing you already have that. How are you watching this without having that? Also, let's say you're watching this at a library or something else. A lot of libraries nowadays, they allow you to rent out or borrow a smartphone or laptop or something else. And you can even borrow your friends. The truth is, nowadays, even, I mean, it's not even recent. I would say for the last 10 years, I've been seeing broke people, janitors, people who don't have money, spend money to have a iPhone or smartphone of some sort. So most people have some type of smartphone that they use. It's somewhat of a necessity now. And it also, you know, it's a little nod at the fact that if you create a really darn good product, you don't even have to try that hard to sell it, and you can make a lot of money because you are benefiting a ton of people who would more than willingly be able to pay for that thing, even if they don't have that much money because they want it so much. So that's a little lesson in business in terms of providing value to others to make your own money. Anyhow, that's that. I think, of course, it's really hard. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work and creativity to start making money from YouTube. However, if you work hard enough with very little investment, I mean, if you really wanted to, you can borrow some money, maybe from your family, and it just costs a couple $100. Maybe you can just actually get a job and then save up to pay for it. For you to afford a smartphone, which you probably want anyways, and then you can start making YouTube videos. It's very, very cheap. The barrier to entry is very little, and that will allow you to start making videos, and then you can easily monetize them, and you can start getting checks from Google if you get enough views. I think a lot of people will lie to you and trick you and say stuff like, oh, it's so easy. With these 3 simple steps, you can start making YouTube videos. All you have to do is pay for this $1,000 course or whatever it is. But I think when anyone lies to you and says that you don't need to put in hard work and creativity to succeed, it's a lie. So it's not going to be easy to, make videos that get a lot of views. That's just the truth of the matter. And then there's going to be a ton of other people who are tempted to get views through unethical ways, such as lying, cheating, faking pranks or situations in public to get those views, or lie about cars that they have. But also you have to remember that, hey, maybe I can just stick to my values. Maybe I won't get as many views, but at least I will stick to my values and do it the hard way without taking shortcuts. And it will be a lot tougher and harder, but you have that, I have that, you have that level of work ethic to succeed despite more obstacles. So long story short, you can do this with very little to zero capital investment or money, and you can start rolling out videos. And it still happens to this day, like almost every few months, because I know the YouTube landscape really well. I see someone come out from zero and get tons of views. And there's Jenna Marbles, there's Wealth by Slayman. He's a prank channel that went from 0 to 500,000 subscribers in like less than a year, posting just prank videos with his like little camera. And it's not easy, and it's very easy to get frustrated about them when you've been working really hard and they just do it instantly. But you have to realize that there's a lot of things that align. Pranks are really big right now, and there's a lot of demand and search volume for them. So that's one of the factors. And then Jenna Marbles, she is one of those many examples of people who shows that it's not about production value. You don't need a $1,000 camera. Even if you have a $10,000 camera, if you're not creative and funny and do something useful in your videos, no one's gonna watch it. It's just how it is. A lot of viral videos, even to this day, they come out of a smartphone or really crappy quality phone. Not saying that video quality doesn't matter, but you get very rapidly diminishing returns. So that's it in a nutshell. And the overall point of this is to illustrate the fact that you do not need a large amount of startup capital or money in order to succeed. In fact, there's tons of people who do not need the encouragement of this video. Unfortunately, that's kind of how the world is in terms of competition. When there's a low barrier to entry, there's going to be people who whine and complain and are scared of hard work and don't even try. Then there are those who have already tried because of low barrier to entry, and they don't need encouragement from this video. They're already going in there and doing everything they can, and it can be very competitive. So if you love it and if you enjoy making videos already, then it should already be a natural progression. And so that's it for me, and I think that's it for this video. Again, if you are interested in business, there are books that I recommend, like the $100 Startup and Lean Startup, and they go through hundreds of examples of actual businesses started with very little capital to no capital. Can all businesses be started with low capital? No. Some businesses, like the telephone type businesses, they require millions to start. So there are barriers to entry, and there are businesses that require money to make more money. Having said that, there are other businesses that don't. So I think this myth has been perpetuated by certain companies that were like this. And I would say about 4 years ago, I firmly believed this, and I complained to others about this. And that was a time when I had rarely ever read a business book, and maybe like you thought you knew stuff that you didn't. So this is one of those special videos where I am just talking about a point, but in reality, these are not the type of people I want to attract on my channel. Generally speaking, I want to attract people who already are making money, who are willing to work hard, who have work ethic, and are fairly successful already themselves. So if you are that type of person, if you want the insider exclusive content, go ahead and go down to my blog and join my email newsletter for even better stuff. As far as everyone else, of course, if you're interested, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below it'll let you know for free when I upload a new video if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.